Welcome to our channel, where we explore the world of academic writing and language skills. Today, we will be conducting a critical review of the book, Grammar for Writing 1-2-3, An Editing Guide to Writing, by Joyce S. Kane. This comprehensive grammar and editing guide aims to assist students in improving their writing skills by focusing on grammar, punctuation, and sentence structure. Join us as we evaluate the strengths and weaknesses of this book, its relevance for graduate students, and its overall effectiveness in achieving its intended objectives. Let's begin by examining the strengths of Grammar for Writing 1-2-3. One notable strength of this book is its systematic and structured approach to grammar and editing. Kane provides clear explanations of grammar rules, supported by numerous examples and exercises. The book is divided into 3 levels, allowing students to progress from basic to more advanced grammar concepts. This step-by-step approach facilitates understanding and application of grammar principles. Grammar for Writing 1-2-3 places a strong emphasis on editing and proofreading skills, which are crucial for effective writing. The book offers practical strategies and techniques to help students identify and correct common errors in grammar, punctuation, and sentence structure. This focus on editing contributes to the development of strong editing skills, which are valuable for graduate-level writing. The author's writing style is clear, concise, and accessible, making the book suitable for students at various language proficiency levels. Complex grammar concepts are explained in a straightforward manner, avoiding excessive technical terminology. The book also includes clear examples and explanations of common grammar mistakes, helping students understand and correct their errors effectively. Grammar for Writing 1-2-3 covers a wide range of grammar topics, including parts of speech, verb tenses, subject-verb agreement, punctuation, and sentence structure. This comprehensive coverage ensures that students have a solid foundation in grammar and are equipped with the necessary tools to improve their writing skills. The inclusion of exercises and self-assessment quizzes further reinforces the learning process. Now, let's turn our attention to the weaknesses identified in Grammar for Writing 1-2-3. One notable weakness is the limited focus on writing development. While the book excels in providing a systematic approach to grammar, its focus on writing development is relatively limited. Graduate students may also require guidance on broader aspects of writing, such as developing arguments, organizing ideas, and crafting cohesive paragraphs and essays. The book could benefit from incorporating more writing-focused exercises and strategies. The examples used in the book sometimes lack contextualization, which can make it difficult for students to apply the grammar rules to their own writing. While the examples illustrate specific grammar concepts, they often do not reflect the complexities of academic writing or discipline-specific writing. Including more contextually rich examples would enhance the book's practicality for graduate students. Grammar for Writing 1-2-3 does not address the variations in writing conventions across disciplines. Academic writing expectations can differ significantly depending on the field of study, and graduate students often require discipline-specific guidance. Incorporating discipline-specific examples and addressing disciplinary variation would enhance the book's relevance for graduate students in different fields. The book heavily relies on traditional grammar rules, which may not fully reflect the evolving conventions of modern academic writing. While a solid foundation in grammar is important, contemporary writing often allows for more flexibility and stylistic variation. A more balanced approach that acknowledges and explores alternative writing styles and conventions would better serve the needs of graduate students. In conclusion, Grammar for Writing 1-2-3, An Editing Guide to Writing, offers a systematic and structured approach to grammar and editing skills. It provides clear explanations, practical exercises, and emphasizes the importance of editing and proofreading. However, the book could benefit from a stronger focus on writing development, including contextualized examples, addressing disciplinary variation, and acknowledging the evolving conventions of academic writing. Despite these limitations, Grammar for Writing 1-2-3 remains a valuable resource for graduate students seeking to improve their grammar and editing skills. By supplementing it with additional resources that address writing development and discipline-specific writing, students can further enhance their overall writing proficiency. That's all for today's scholarly speech on Grammar for Writing 1, 2, 3, An Editing Guide to Writing by Joyce S. Kane.